Hey guys, so hello. This video is in connection with Heimey's Home Animal Sanctuary. I'm putting this video up because I'm feeling that I have to do it now because somebody tried to out me about what happened to our cat and tried to claim that she died because of negligence. Okay. Whoever this person was, they commented on a mass post that I'm usually allowed to share anything animal sanctuary related in the community groups that we have here on Facebook. And somebody commented anonymously, and they were basically, because I don't remember the whole thing, and the comments did get removed by admin. The gist of it was, how could you, ask for donations when your cat died due to negligence? How does that make sense? And obviously this is somebody that personally knows me and has an inkling of what happened, but I never actually shared outside of a couple people at work that I trust and my family. I never shared the details of what happened to our cat. And so, of course, I clapped back civilly, as well as our vice president, and we let the person know, if you're bold enough to make such a statement, you should be bold enough to let us see who you are so we could talk about it and clarify information that you seem to think you're privy to. But admin, from what we could tell, admin took care of the comments immediately. I don't know who this person is, and they have an issue with me. This is somebody that I know because of the way they worded it. And I'm like, okay, so whomever this person is, they got an issue with me. I think I know who it is. I have 2 or 3 speculations as to who I think it is, but I don't care. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. And I'm not going to let somebody who's trying to out me on something that I just wasn't ready to talk about because it was very traumatizing. But we're here now, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what happened to Heimey, and clear that energy out, because Heimey did not die due to negligence. Heimey, it was an unexpected, unanticipated event. And so I'm going to go ahead and explain. Mind you, I know there are people who are probably going to say, girl, you don't have to explain anything, and that's true. But when I'm putting myself in the public like this, and, I have to be transparent where it concerns animal things related. And Heimey is the namesake of the sanctuary, and I'm not going to let people throw shade or throw false information about my baby girl and what happened. Okay. So I also want to clarify that. But my family and I fostered. It was my choice. We were attempting to foster a beautiful dog, a senior dog from the Humane Society that I work at. I had been, as a kennel tech, I had been helping to care for him and stuff like that, and I grew very fond of him. And he always seemed very eager to see me, but nervous because it was a new situation for him. And we have at our Humane Society, we have a program called the Foster to Adopt, and they give you 2 weeks to see, and the goal is for the person to adopt. And I wanted to have him, and see if our home would be a haven for him in some way. So generally things were going okay. Of course it takes a while for animals to settle in a new home and stuff like that. I had not noticed any particular violent interest in Heimey. He showed like little interest, like sniffing her and stuff like that. He also showed interest in my dog. My other dog, we did, just the very basic stuff, guiding him and telling him, don't get too close over here, respects. We would try to teach him the boundaries of, respecting the other animals' boundaries and stuff like that. But there was no indication that he was going to hurt her, and he did. And it was very quick. All I did was, it was one night, that I was November 3rd. I was preparing to take my other dog, to go to the bathroom. I had not taken her, not yet. And I simply did a quick turn so I could put her leash on her. And within seconds, I hear one of my children scream for me. Mind you that I was right there. Like I was in front of them, maybe like 3 or 4 feet away. Okay, and he seemed to just be walking around, you know, and that's just what that was. When I turn around, quick turn back, it was seconds, he had already violently he grabbed her with his mouth, and he had already violently shaken her. And although he didn't pierce her or puncture her with his teeth, but he put a lot of pressure on her chest, and she was only 4 months old. He was a bigger senior dog, and he because of the pressure, she could not breathe properly, and so she essentially suffocated. And I immediately reacted, again, seconds, and I grabbed her and I pushed him away, and I had her in my arms, and because since she was actively dying, she was panicking, and in her panic I got injured. She bit me really hard. Her fangs, her teeth pierced right through my finger, right here, went all the way through. It almost got infected a few days later. It was getting bad. It looked like it was going to get cellulitis, to be honest, but it healed up. I have scarring right here because she also bit me right there. She bit me so hard. No, she scratched me so hard right here that I developed a blood clot. She scratched my face here and here. I got hurt in the process, but it was because she was actively dying and she was scared. We rushed. My fiance came out, and my child who was screaming for me, we all rushed to go to the ER hospital for her. When we got there, they tried to save her. They thought they could because she was still kind of breathing and she was still warm. But after they checked, she passed. And I felt her passing in my arms, so I knew she was gonna go. And I talked with her. I knew I know hearing is the last thing to go, so I spoke with her, and I let her know that everything's okay, and I promised her that we will continue the sanctuary in her name. And they allowed us a moment to mourn her loss in one of their rooms for a while, and they brought us water. They were very kind, and they took little face prints, which is the logo of Heimey's home. If you go look, you'll see it was her little paw prints. They look like eyes. Mind you, she was blind, so we find it ironic that her paw prints, which is how her feet was how she felt the world, she looked like she had eyes on her paw prints, and then her nose and whiskers. That is the logo for Heimey's home. That was the actual printing of her face. And then we decided to bury her, but we realized we didn't want to keep her there because we are planning on moving. So we pretty quickly got her up within a short time frame from getting her, putting her in the ground. And our vice president took her to a place that does cremations, and we now have her cremated, and she's on my ancestor altar. So that's the story of what happened to her. It was quick, and we had no indication that he was going to kill her. I'm not mad at him. I never was. It was instinctual for him, I think. I don't know. And he ended up being put back on the adoption floor with the notation of no cats allowed. And I'm not mad at anyone. You know, we had no way of knowing. You know, they had no way of knowing if he was a cat person or a cat dog or not. And we did our best to monitor the situation and give him a shot. And so he did get adopted out, and I'm happy for him. I'm not mad at him. You know, I've beat myself up over it with the whole, if I would have been facing him right when he did it, I could have saved her, you know, but a quick turn just to do a quick putting on the leash, and so much happened within seconds, you know, and that was what happened to her. So yeah, there was nothing negligent there. This person trying to out or dox me, I have nothing to hide. I just wasn't ready to talk about it, you know, but now I'm letting you guys know, and that's what happened. Rest in peace to my baby girl.